Holy f, not the head on. I have played a lot of Dead by Daylight, probably too much. I experienced most of the game has to offer, but over time, I have gravitated more to the killer side because I have no friends, and solo queue is just...
It's not good.
After trying every viable killer, I chose Huntress as my main. She is one of the most skill expressive killers in DBD, which is also pretty strong. Hitting the air on survivors, the funny add-on, personality, and making sure that your opponents will have war flashbacks every time they hear you winding up. After spending 2000 hours on an alone, I can tell you how to Huntress. But first,
let's play Raid.
You need to equip some perks and add-ons.
Топор. Топор несложно достать, почему у тебя вместо топора, блять, лопата?
What you see here is an objective tier list of Huntress add-ons that you might consider running. Allows the user to turn a Huntress into a semi-automatic hatchet launcher, leading to what I like to call all-cap moments, where catching a survivor just slightly out of position can lead to a free down. Grants wall hacks on hit with a hatchet. Pretty self-explanatory, especially good with Beefy Pursuer.
That motherfucker's cheating! Take my word!
I literally never use it. I'm too addicted to all-cap to run it. Heard it's good though. In A tier, we have downgrades of both Haft and Babushka, which I mean you could use, but why would you if you have better versions of the add-ons? There's also Infantry Belt and Lever Strap, which grant you extra hatchets. They're very good for beginners, because more hatchets equals more practice. And don't bother with shit tier, they're just not worth it. But you may have noticed something missing in the tier list. The funny add-on. It's funny. But you wanna know why it's so funny. Hello. Catch those. Poor guy should have touched the hatchet. And there he goes.
Kill me now!
Hey cat. But whatever they say, just remember, you got those kills because you deserved them. As far as perks go, you could go two ways. Be the soy virgin that needs slowdown perks to win games, or the Giga Chad Huntress main and equip only area reading perks. There is one perk though that doesn't quite fit into those two categories, but it is the holy grail of Huntress perks. Iron Maiden is objectively the best perk for Huntress. It helps you with the thing that you'll be doing the most as Huntress, reloading.
Yep. Back at it.
Alright, today I'm going to show you guys how to throw an axe. Quite simple. Bring it close back to you, release, and that's it.
Huntress is good, but also pretty simple. You press M2, you throw hatchet. If you hold it, you throw the hatchet further and faster. Great, now you know how to use the hatchet. But do you? Let's talk about looping. Starting with Windows. While there are too many variants to go one by one, the most I can summarize is comparing them to a quick time event, where you need specific timing and distance for each loop to guarantee a hit. Just be patient and line up your shot when you have the time to. On the other hand, we have pallet loops. The moment a survivor you're chasing enters one of them, you'll be confronted with a choice. If you are feeling like Megamind himself, you can try to predict when the survivor is going to pull the pallet. But if your nutsack feels a little bigger than usual, you can shut off your last two remaining brain cells, completely ignoring both the pallet and your power. This makes most encounters at pallets a coin flip between getting stunned or getting the hit.
Shut up about my head. It is normal. It does not look like a sodding tic-tac.
Speaking of outplaying, how about missing the survivor on purpose to hit them? I know this might sound dumb, but it makes sense as long as you remember the size of hitboxes of both your hatchets and the survivors. Not only are your hatchets the size of a semi-truck, but the survivor hitbox looks something similar to your mother, which makes them vulnerable in seemingly impossible to hit spots. My favorite example of this are the stacked haybos on Coldwind Farm. I can't even count the number of times I have gotten hits over these. It's super easy to pull off, and less experienced survivors almost never expect it.
Sniping's a good job, mate.
Now that you know how hitboxes look, you can start going for those sweet Huntress montage shots. But since most DBD maps are denser than your average Twitter argument, this is where aura reading perks come into play. They will help you line up your shot from behind walls and get used to the timing of hatchets. Survivors that run in a straight line will make it very easy on you to hit your hatchets. Some will never learn. But when you're facing survivors with at least half a brain cell, they will make hitting cross maps as hard for you as they can as soon as they see you aiming for them. So, how do we keep them running, you might ask? Well, what I like to do is position myself behind a structure while keeping line of sight of the shot that I've lined up, waiting for the survivor to run into it, unless they stop the second they hear your hatchet. Not much can be done about that.
You better hold on to your head, mate. Life come out of your head, wanker.
But of course, you don't always need aura perks to snipe people. If you're good enough at least. When you catch a glimpse of a survivor on the other side of the map, try to imagine their path and find a line of sight where they might cross. And then, while it is very hard to pull off, and it will take a lot of practice, I believe in you. Now the only thing left to do is pray to the RNG god that you don't get sent to an indoor map.
If you're wondering, I already know. If you thought it, I've been new.
In a chase, there will be a moment where the survivor is out in the open, looking for structures to loop on. Most of the time, they will have a small obstacle to break line of sight with. Now instead of trying to go around it yourself,
No, unacceptable.
you can use the simple trick that made thousands hate me. Just shoot over it. It works roughly half of the time and will get the survivor by surprise, often leaving them in a rough spot. Also, bonus tip, if there is a structure behind the obstacle you are shooting over, because of the ape brain instincts, survivors will run along it, making it very easy to predict their movement. But on the occasion that a survivor will be stuck in the open, they will usually suffer a seizure trying to dodge your hatchets. You have two ways of dealing with this predicament. Either be a normie and hold your hatchet for 5 years, waiting for the survivor to walk into your crosshair. Or you can snort 5 Adderall pills before loading into the match and throw your mouse on every possible occasion. Don't get me wrong, you will miss, but you'll at least look cool doing it.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
No. Twisted freak.
But if all that is too hard for you,
Come on. Come on. What the fuck? Fucking shit, dude. Fuck you. Fucking shit, game. Holy fuck.
you are in luck, because DBD servers favor killers with even the most horrid internet on the planet. So, theoretically, you could just...
I know you're sicker than sicker when you see the real thicker.
Or even... and all your troubles would go away. Having trouble catching up survivors? Just curve the hatchet sideways. What do you even care about timing your hatchets? Just shoot where the survivor was 10 seconds ago, and you will still hit them.
Dude, what?
What the fuck is going on?
And now, you won. There's nothing that can stop you. Both physics and time are now completely irrelevant. All that success, but at what cost?
Pay your internet.
The laggiest killer in town.
Minus rep log switch camping agitate lag
Minus rep
reporter.
typing value geese.
Minus rep lag switch plus and report him if you see in game.
Have you ever thought about selling your kids for better Wi-Fi? Well, you should.
You better fix that McDonald's internet.
Hi, thank you so much for watching the video. First of all, I just want to wish you all happy Christmas, since it's about time. So yeah, anyways, this video wasn't supposed to be fully educational, it was meant to be more funny. So if you guys want an actual in-depth Huntress guide, be sure to let me know. Also, making this video while balancing with it my school took me almost a year to complete. So if you really enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe and like the video. I had to literally rewrite the script a couple of times just because Behavior finally decided to fix some issues that I wanted to touch on. For example, camping with your head, but yeah, that's now fixed. So that's cool. Good job, Behavior. But yeah, anyways, goodbye.